from being turned off. Note that none of this includes the student loan, the payment, the food, the gasoline, just the cost of pay the rent and have the credit cards paid, which sometimes are used to pay buy food, I guess. So the math on $1,200 per person per month makes sense, but also why the proposed cutoff is $70,000 income or less, given that close to 90 million Americans are effectively in some form of income impacting household lockdown mode right now. Half of U.S. households are 30 days away from eviction, bankruptcy, being unable to buy food. That's why the government is pushing all of this money out in any way they can to keep these companies from laying people off.
First of all, we should point out during this time of social distancing, no one should be living mouth to mouth. That is not the way that people should be living.
Hand to mouth.
Yeah, sorry. No, it's okay.
I'm living mouth to mouth.
Okay.
It's a Playboy mansion kind of thing.
Yeah, it seems hot, but in this time, I would not.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
Yeah.
This is why you see the multi-faceted approach of this bill that the Republicans are attempting to pass, because you're right, like $1,000 here or $1,000 there is not really going to make a massive difference for a lot of people. Even if you're on that borderline, you still can't pay for the things that you need with that amount of money. However, what they're also doing is saying to employers, we're going to give you a quote-unquote loan, which will help you pay the salaries. And the way the loan is structured is, we'll give you the money for the salaries that you would normally pay people, and it's a loan unless you don't pay the people. So basically, if you take the money and you throw a giant party, right? Yeah, exactly. Then it's no longer a giveaway. It starts as a loan, it turns into a giveaway if you do the things they're telling you to do. So if you look at it that way, yeah.
I think that's good. I think if they use this as a giant buyback or anything else, the problem is the banks are getting all of this money, and everyone is seeing that money. We're seeing our children's future being kissed goodbye with all this money. And what's happening is, as we found out from a guy who runs a small business, loan shop, that money is not being pushed down to small business people or, the average person. Your credit has to be so amazing to be able to get a loan right now. And if you're a small business, the requirements are almost onerous on you. You're just not getting that. So the banks are keeping this money. And if that happens again, there will be riots in the streets. There will be riots. If you see unlimited spending and I go to the bank and all I want is a loan just to keep my doors open, and I don't get it, this could go to Bernie Sanders. It actually could go to Bernie Sanders.
No, it does seem like this is what they're trying to address. If you think of yourself as someone who's, maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're living mouth to mouth, as we all do from time to time. If that's happening to you, they're trying to address it with...
It's really hot. This is so hot.
Yeah, it sounds pretty hot. One, they're going to give you money, right? This is the bill that they're trying to get passed today. One, they're going to give you money. It's just going to go into your account. So you're going to have extra money in theory. Two, they're going to protect, if you're a normal employer, and you're working for an employer who is trying to keep their doors open, they're going to get money to that employer to pay your salary, even though the employer has no money. They're talking about 50% of the workforce they're going to try to float this for. Three, they're going to make unemployment easier and more money and extend it. So if you do get laid off, you're going to have some income coming in that way. And then four, they're going to go to the big guys and give, as we pointed out a bunch of times, multiple billions of dollars of liquidity to be able to make these businesses that are bigger than 500 employees continue to operate. And you look at this all together, and we've had this sort of conversation when we've done shows on it. It's been out there as a talking point in sort of the intellectual circles for a year or two now in real force. But we're just going to try modern monetary theory. We're going to just give it a whirl here. Like that's basically what we're doing. you need, and it just keeps going and going and going. We're just sort of giving it a whirl. There was not really the full debate. We didn't really pass a lot of laws on it. We're just going to give it a whirl, see how it goes here, because, I mean, this is the amount of money that we're talking about now is, you know, a decade's worth of bad government spending, all in one fell swoop over a few months. It's gonna be amazing.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do you have a copy of the book there? Mine's on my desk. I have to go get it. Look up. It's towards the end, maybe the last 3 chapters of the new book. It's on modern monetary theory. Mm-hmm. You have to understand this. And you know, when we put it in there, we actually debated: is anybody going to care about modern monetary theory? Oh boy, you will now. I'm so glad that we put it in there because it's so important. I just want you to think about what we're talking about happening right now. We're talking about, in fact, I got to take a commercial break. Let me come back and tell you why the president is in a really sticky situation here, and the cure may be worse than the disease itself. I'll give that to you coming up in just a minute. Stand by. As a consumer, you have the ability to customize just about everything you buy, and believe it or not, that should include your mortgage, but a lot of lenders take a one-size-fits-all approach when determining the right loan programs for their clients, which I've never really been able to understand. This is one of the reasons why I appreciate American financing. They are different. They take an approach of being consistent to lending. They take the time to understand your financial situation, then come up with a mortgage that makes the most sense for you. I have seen them turn business away. In fact, they just did it with Sarah and her husband. They were like, she said, we're building a house, blah, 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 blah. And they said, wait, can you get a loan from the builder? And she said, I think so. And they said, go back and get the details of that. Those guys are really motivated to sell houses, and so they'll cut the interest rate sometimes beyond what the banks can do. So go check on that. Well, it turned out that was the best mortgage rate available. That's the kind of consultant I want. Those are the kind of people I need, not the kind of people that just give you a loan. And as they did in my case, this is years ago, I bought it and they were like, after I signed it, the ink wasn't even dry. You're never going to sell that house, right? Wait, you could have told me this beforehand. That's not the way American financing does business. They're in it for you. I want you to check out the opportunity for you to save a ton of money right now with American financing. 800-906-2440. Make this the thing you do today to check and see if you can refi or consolidate your loans. 800-906-2440. 800-906-2440. AmericanFinancing.net.
American Financing, NMLS 182334. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
This is the Glenbeck Program.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Information
to slow the spread of the coronavirus. In order to win this war, this is a war.
We spread the word because this story is changing by the hour.
The number of tests, stimulus package to the American worker, how long this crisis will last.
Checking 3, 4, 5 times today.
Paying attention. We are learning more information and facts.
Live reports and breaking news as it happens.
These are unprecedented times.
But it is a challenge we will overcome.
On News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Are you overwhelmed with credit card debt? If you are struggling to make even minimum payments, you may think there's no way out. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, something that might surprise you. There are secrets the credit card companies don't want you to know. Secrets on how to eliminate your debt and become debt-free. Imagine the thousands you could save. To unlock these secrets, take the next few minutes to call Credit Answers for no obligation, free information. Call 1-800-400-1162. We're not talking bankruptcy or debt consolidation. This is your chance to settle your debt for a fraction of what you owe. We even offer a guarantee, so there's no risk to call. Unlock the secrets credit card companies don't want you to know. Within 5 minutes, we'll show you how our program works and how much money you could save. Credit Answers, your answer to overwhelming credit card debt. Call 1-800-400-1162. 1-800-400-1162.
WSNE HD2 Taunton Providence.